Hello everyone, this is lesson 2, unit 2 for English 4, right? We've been talking about work and studies, and in this opportunity we're going to be talking about some very important vocabulary to talk about working conditions and the idea is for you to be able to use this vocabulary when you're going to talk about the job that you would like to have in the future, okay? We're going to start very simple with a short quiz. So let's look here. It says, use the word quiz to interview each other. Of course, sadly, you're going to be doing this individually, right? But try to think about these questions. What would be your ideal job? Would you prefer to? And we have three options here. Work for a big company, be the employee of a big company, work for a small company, or be self-employed. Think about that. Would you prefer to have a full-time job, a part-time job, or work whenever you want? This is what we call flexible working hours, right? Where you can work whenever you want. Would you prefer to work in an office, outdoors maybe, or work at home? Would you prefer to work alone, with the same people every day, or work with different people? Think about the reasons or the consequences of working with the same people every day, or maybe working when different. Is that something positive? It can be negative, maybe, right? Would you prefer to have a well-paid job, have an interesting job, or a job which helps other people? What's your priority? Money, maybe? Right? Good. Keep in mind that these ideas are going to be very useful for future works, okay? So try to have some time after this lesson to think about your ideas. What is your ideal job, right? Now let's see. Here we have some postings, some web postings about some workers made who work at a company called CSP, right? It says, read 4 web postings by people who work for CSP, a company which designs and sells computer software. Who is generally happy at CSP and who is not happy? So pause the video, have a moment to read all the posts. We have one by Marco, No Name 99, Lauren 101, right? And Lydia. Pause the video, read the descriptions, right? And try to identify if they are happy or not happy at this company and why. You can now read with me if you want to practice pronunciation, okay? So we have the workplace, chat. One posted by Marco. I've worked here since 2008 when I left college and I quite like it. I work in the IT department and there's a nice atmosphere. Everyone's easy to work with, friendly. It's a bit like a family really. I'm always busy, but we have flexible working hours. Sometimes I'm here from 7 to 3 and sometimes from 10 to 6. That's good when you've been out the night before. The pay is good too. Number 2. I've only worked here for a couple of months, but I already hate it. The people in IT never seem to do any work. There's one guy who's always late and that can be really difficult. The management isn't very good either. They don't listen to you and they are often not here or too busy to talk. So basically, it is a terrible place to work and I'm looking for a new job. Number 3, post by Lauren 101. I've been with the sales team at CSP for 3 months and it's great. It's a great place to work. My boss is the best. She's never here, always away on business trips. But seriously, the atmosphere here is pretty relaxed because we often don't have a lot to do. And we probably spend a bit too much time surfing the internet and having long lunch breaks. The pay is not great, but it's enough for now. And the last post by Lydia. I started working here about 3 years ago. The job's interesting, but it can be quite stressful because I work with the sales team. They make a lot of mistakes and then I have to fix them. The pay is not great. I never have any money at the end of the month, but the benefits are okay. I get 4 weeks holiday a year and free healthcare. Right? Now let's see. Let's analyze one by one. First we have Marco. Do you think he's happy or unhappy? We're going to say happy, right? He says that people are friendly, right? And he has flexible working hours, right? So he's pretty happy with his job. Then we have no name. Not very happy, right? Which are the reasons why no name isn't very happy? He says the management isn't very good. People never do any work, right? People don't listen and they are often not here, right? He doesn't receive help, or she maybe. Lauren is happy, right? She says it's a great place to work. The atmosphere here is pretty relaxed. That's something she really likes, that, right? And she says that the pay is not great, but it's enough for now, at least. And then we have Lydia. Lydia is kind of like in between, right? Happy and unhappy at the same time. She says the job is interesting, but it can be stressful. Yes, happy and unhappy. The pay is not great, right? But the benefits are okay. So she's what we call on the fence, right? Happy and unhappy at the same time. Now, let's move on to the next part, to the next exercise. Read the posting again, so you will have to go back to the video, right? And identify who is in the sales team, who sometimes has problems because of the sales team, who is in the IT department, who isn't happy with the IT department, who doesn't have a lot of work, who came to CSP after college, who wants to leave CSP, and who doesn't say anything about money. Pause the video, go back, right, and answer these questions. So let's see. Who is in the sales team? Lauren. Who sometimes has problems because of the sales team? Lydia. Who is in the IT department? Marco, and possibly no name. Who isn't happy with the IT department? No name 99. Who doesn't have a lot of work? Lauren. Who came to CSP after college? Marco. Who wants to leave CSP? No name. And who doesn't say anything about money? No name again. Did you have them all correct? Now, next activity. This is about vocabulary for working conditions, okay? Now, what I want you to do is to look at these statements and try to match to complete the sentences, okay? As simple as that. So please pause the video and do the exercise. So let's check. Number 1 says, we have flexible working hours. Sometimes I'm here from 7 to 3 and sometimes from 10 to 6. Flexible working hours. Number 2, the management isn't very good either. They don't listen to you. See, they don't listen to you. 3, the benefits are okay. I get 4 weeks holiday a year and free health care. These are 2 examples of benefits: holidays and free health care. 4, the pay is not great. I never have any money at the end of the month. 4A. 5, it's a terrible place to work and I'm looking for a new job. It's a terrible place to work and I'm looking for a new job. This is part of no name statement. And the last one, there's a nice atmosphere. Everyone's easy to work with. Everyone's easy to work with. Very good. Now let's sum up. Please pay attention to this section. Let's talk about some of the vocabulary that we have talked so far. Vocabulary about working conditions. Yes? So we have working hours. We can have flexible working hours, or we can have fixed. That's the opposite. Fixed working hours. In addition, we can have a full-time job and a part-time job. Right? That's another possibility. We also talked about the word management, right? Management. This is about bosses. Are bosses good with you? There's a good communication, right? Management. We also talked about benefits. Benefits are also called perks sometimes. And some examples, we saw paid holidays, right? We also saw free healthcare, something that Chile should implement, if you ask me, right? Free healthcare. Other important benefits are life insurance, right? For accidents, maybe, like if you die, you get money right back to you or to your family in this case. Companies also have company car or phone if you need to communicate a lot, right? There's also something called performance bonus. Yeah, this is very common in sales companies, right? If you if you sell a lot of items or if you achieve a goal, you receive a performance bonus, right? Extra money in case you're doing something good. And another common one, we have maternity or paternity leave, right? If you're pregnant and then your baby is born, you can have some days off to spend time with your newborn. Other concepts, we have the concept of pay, wage is also called, or salary, yes? In this case, you can have a well-paid job or a badly paid job. Yes? And the last one that is in here is the word atmosphere, right? That's when you talk about the people that work around you, right? There's a nice atmosphere, people are friendly, you can work together as a team, right? Or if there isn't a very nice atmosphere, it's something that is stressful, you have a lot of problems, right? And it's difficult to communicate. These are some important vocabulary, right? This is not all the vocabulary that we are going to see for this unit. We're going to be studying more and more, but this is the one that we have seen so far, okay? Until this point of the unit. Now let's continue to something very different. The last part of this lesson is going to be about present perfect. We already saw present perfect last class, right? I talked about when do we use present perfect. We are going to be discussing present perfect in the next lesson online, right? If you have questions about this. But basically, we said that present perfect is used to talk about things that started in the past and continue now, right? Started at an unspecific time in the past, right? And they, in one way or another, continue in the past. So here we have two sentences using present perfect, right? We have Marco, who says, I worked here since 2008. Remember the structure, I have, and the participle, right? I have worked here since 2008. And we have Lauren, who says, I've been with the sales team at CSP for 3 months. So, let's look. When did Marco and Lauren start working at CSP? Marco started in 2008 and Lauren started 3 months ago. That is when they started, right? Now, do they work now? Yes, right? That is what is called present perfect. They started in the past, but in the present, the action is still continuing. Yes? But now if you pay attention, we're using two different expressions here, right? Two different prepositions. We have the word since and for. Do you know the difference? Can you complete these sentences with for or since using the correct use? A. You can use since to say when something started, the first day that action started, yes? Monday, since Monday, last month, 2008. For example, I've been working at home since last month, maybe? Yes? And B, you can use for with a period of time, a week, 3 months, or 5 years, for how long that period has started. Yes? So I can say, I've been studying from home since March or since last, last month. Yes, that is the same as I say I've been studying here from home, I'm sorry, for 1 month. That's the period. 1 month. Yes, you started in March, but you've been doing it for a long time, right? For a period of 1 month. Do the activity 2 that says write 4 sentences about yourself on a piece of paper. Use the ideas below with 4 and since, and then give your sentences to your teacher. You're going to do this. You can use this examples, right? These prompts, and you're going to show these sentences to me when we have our next online lesson. Okay? So this is the end for today. I hope it is helpful. If you have questions, write me back to my email. Okay? Good luck. Take care.